All right, this tool is called Bubbleless. It's basically a virtual brainstorming tool. So if you were on a piece of paper and you were going to draw, like the little bubble with the lines going out to brainstorm, this is basically what you're doing, but online. I'm going to show you an example of what it looks like. I did multiple ones, so I was having a hard time coming up with what I wanted to brainstorm. So the mind map that I created is called Ideas to Brainstorm, and some of my ideas were a research paper outline, beaches to visit, writing process, paper topics, and then from there, with some of them, such as beaches to visit, I actually brainstormed the places. So I came up with Rocky Point Beach, Assateague Island, Myrtle Beach. Um, and then for the writing process, plan, draft, revise, final. I feel like with this tool, this would be really great for helping students come up with like the writing process in terms of how, from start to finish, if they need help trying to come up with a story. So to actually create one, what you need to do is click on New Mind Map. The one thing that's important to know is that if you have to create an account, and if you use a free one, you only get 3 free mind maps. So basically, if you actually want to have full use of it, you need to actually pay and upgrade to have a paid account, and then you can create as many mind maps as you want. So to create a new mind map, what you need to do is go to the green button where it's green, click on it, and then you see it says start here. Let's see, what was one of the ideas I said to do? I said places to visit. So I can say states to visit in the U.S. And then once you type that in, if you click the button down here and it says add a child, and then basically what that does is it draws a little arrow downward to click onto it. So a place to visit could be South Dakota, and then if you want to add another one, you will click on where it says add a sibling, and California, and then basically to keep adding on in the same bubble, you add somewhere else, Nevada. So let's say if you wanted to start a whole new bubble, let's see. So if you wanted to actually visit specific places within these 3 states, instead of clicking on add a child, you would click on add a sibling. So then from there, from California, you see a new little bubble has formed. And let's say where places to visit in California could be LA. I don't know, a lot of places. Let's see, in South Dakota, you can say Rapid City. And let's say if you want to start a whole new one, then you can click there. And then you see a new bubble just popped up here. And you can move it around anywhere else that you want to. You also have the availability to, if you highlight it, you can change the color of any of the bubbles. You can play around with the colors. They can be the same color or they can be different colors. And you can also change the layout of the mind map. So right now it's in a grid. You can change it to a tree. You can also change it to a circle. You can play around with the font. You can make the font bigger. If you want the text to be centered, you can do that as well. If you want it to be right aligned, you can switch it to that. If you want to attach a file, you have to be able to have a paid plan to do that. If you don't like what you just did, you can delete it like that. And you can insert a link. You can bold the text, italicize. If you need to make changes, to everything. You can select all and then make the changes such as the formatting like that. And then once you're done, you can deselect up top by clicking deselect all. If you only want to select certain ones, you can go to select mode and then you can actually click on where you want to make changes and then exit select mode and then go back. And like let's say you want to copy and then you want to paste. You're going to come up here to paste and you see it pasted and it's two of them now. You can also use the cut feature. If you come up here, you can zoom in. You can fit everything on the screen by clicking this little box. I think that's really cool. You also have the ability to go to presentation mode and it gets bigger. And if you want to, you can look at your revision history. If you want to print it out, that's the print icon. And if you want to save it, they give you three different ways. So you can save it as a JPEG, a PNG image, or HTML outline. And that outline is really cool because instead of it looking like the little brainstorming thing now, if you click on it, it looks like this. So it's basically, the same thing that you did, but the format is a little bit different. But I still think that's really cool feature that you can do. Or like I said, you can download it. You pick a PNG image, then it's going to look exactly like what you just did, except for it's going to be in, picture format. Close it open. So I have to click there. Give it a minute to load. And you see here, this is it has a PNG file, and it's exactly, what we did online, but it's saved here. And of course you have the option, like all of the tools, you can share with anyone. You put in their email and you can send it to them, or you can copy the link like this, and anyone who gets it, they have the ability to view it. They can make edits to it, so it's great for collaboration. But basically I think, like I said, overall it's a really cool tool to use if you want to brainstorm some ideas for either like a school assignment or for anything.